Put in energy to secure your identity, your culture, your tradition, and yourself. This is for the Edo people. Yeah, put in energy. Put in energy. Put in energy.
But when Nigeria was created by Igbos, I will explain to you, even before we gained our independence, our founding father, they see the differences between Nigerians, they see the difference in culture, different in religion, and they agree to practice regional system of government, a system of government that will give every region an autonomous power. But that was being opposed by Nnamdi Azikiwe.
To the great people of Ghana, in this moment of national expression, as you raise your voices over matters close to your heart, we Nigerians appeal your conscience.
Did you know that in Eboland, the most dangerous thing anybody can do is speaking the truth? Yes, you have me right. Speaking the truth is the most dangerous thing anybody would do in Eboland.
The most successful people in Lagos are the Igbos. I'm not being tribalistic here. I'm telling you the facts. And if these people, which are the Igbos and the foreign investors in Lagos, decide to leave Lagos, Lagos will be as empty as a deserted environment.
I was having a problem with my eyes. Then I went to one chemist in my area. I complained to them. Then they gave me one eye drops. That's my sin. Not knowing that it was fake that they sold for me.
Finally, the Lagos state government has reportedly renamed the popular Ozumba-Mbadiwe Road on Victoria Island to a Yoruba name.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you for clicking on today's video. And to my newbies, my name is Lillian. I hope you hit the subscribe button and please don't forget to like this video as we get into it. This is a reaction video of videos from Nigerians and lately have been on this. Like I said, if we are going to get a better Nigeria, we must start from within. And when I put out these videos, you see people from some places in Nigeria speaking without thinking. The people that owns those people will still come and blame me for putting these videos. No, these videos, I did not go to their houses to film them or force them to post it. These videos are already out there on the internet. So I'm just going to put them, and of course, as I've always done, I will give my opinion and you have the comment section to do your part. You insult me, I insult back. Let's get into the videos.
Did you know that in Eboland, the most dangerous thing anybody can do is speaking the truth? Yes, you have me right. Speaking the truth is the most dangerous thing anybody would do in Eboland. I am saying this because of the video I saw where Reno Mercury was criticizing P2B for saying that Nnamdi Kanu's trial does not make sense. And another video where Ijele was criticizing Chimamanda Adichie for saying in one interview like that she does not really know the actual cause of the barbarism, of the senseless killing going on in Eboland. The most difficult thing, the most dangerous thing, the toughest thing anybody would do in Eboland is to speak the truth, is to tell our people the truth. Once you tell our people the truth, you become an endangered species immediately. You would have to start hiding for your life. Otherwise, see, it is not easy for Igbo leaders. It is not easy for them. I pity for Igbo leaders. This is not a good time for anybody to be an Igbo leader. Yes. It is only in Igbo land where the masses are the ones deciding for the elite. I mean, in other climes, the elite are the ones deciding for the people. The elite, the leaders are the ones making decisions for the people. But in Igbo land, it is the tout, the illiterate, people that cannot reason for themselves. They are the ones making decisions everybody must comply with. They are the ones making decision that is guiding the society. Illiterate, touts, charlatans. When they fix a day as sit at home, everybody must comply. It doesn't matter whether you are a professor. It doesn't matter whether you are a governor. It doesn't matter whether you are a federal minister. You must comply. It is only in Igbo land this kind of thing happens. And except you don't like your life, you are not expected to speak the truth. Wow. So when you see an Igbo leader lying or pretending not to know the truth, just know that it is not his or her fault. These charlatans have taken their voices away from them. So it makes sense for Chimamanda Adichie to claim that she does not know the cause or what triggered this barbarism. It makes sense. It is very dangerous to speak the truth in Igbo land today. The most dangerous thing to do in Igbo land today is to speak the truth.
That is from an Igbo brother there. But wait, as Nigerians, I'm just suggesting, don't come for me. Why don't we make one of those people as our president? I mean, the ones giving this order, the sit-at-home order. Because the way people are complying, I'm telling you, it's real, very real. If I'm to go home now, I used to calculate, but definitely Monday is off the bucket list for me if I must go home, because I used to pass through their land to go home. Why don't we make one of those guys the president of Nigeria, rather than make their leaders our president if their leaders cannot control those guys? So if you add the energy of other Nigerians, because all of us, we are not okay, no part of Nigeria is okay, but just that there are levels to the sicknesses that is disturbing every Nigerian. Okay, there are levels to it. There are some that you can say, okay, this one is curable, this one is incurable, this one needs food, this one needs medication, this one needs deliverance, this one needs this and that. So I'm just thinking, instead of us to be roaming around, why don't we, I just think, why don't we make one of those guys that is giving that sit-at-home order the president of Nigeria? Let's move to the next video. I have got a lot of videos today, so this video that I will present here might not sit well with people, but I will do it. Let's get into it.
Majority of my Igbo brothers, they don't want to hear the word one Nigeria. But one Nigeria was created by Igbos. I will explain to you. Even before we gained our independence, our founding father, they see the differences between Nigerians. They see the difference in culture, different in religion, and they agree to practice regional system of government. A system of government that will give every region an autonomous power. But that was being opposed by Nnamdi Azikiwe. Before the eve of Nigeria independence, he went to London to complain to our colonial master that he wants one Nigeria, but the Westerner and the Northerner don't want that to be. Even though after our independence, Nigeria practiced regional system of government. We have in the north Sir Ahmadu Bello, in the west Awolowo, and in the east we have Nnamdi Azikiwe. But that system of government was being interrupted when Nigeria experienced a first military coup d'etat that was being carried out by an Easterner. Though Agui Iromsi and Igbo man stopped the military coup d'etat, everyone expects Agui Iromsi to maintain the system of government that was created by our founding father, regional system of government. What did Agui do? Agui Iromsi destroy and abolish regional system of government, create stratocracy, a system of government by the military, and make himself the head of state. Making himself the head of state, Nigeria technically become a federal system of government, whereby regional system of government were reduced to the barest minimum, and the federal system of government will oversee the nation. What Agui Iromsi did, threw the nation into chaos, and that does not go down well with a lot of people. And we have people like Isaac Adakaboro, who on several occasions pleaded with Agui Iromsi, sent letters, protest, and even sent delegates, pleading with him we need to return to regional system of government, and also pointing out that Niger Delta being the only source of income of the nation, and yet the people are living in abject poverty. Regional system of government will help abolish the poverty in its region, but Agui Ironsi refused to listen to anyone because he wanted the power all to himself. One Nigeria was created. By who? By an Igbo man. Then Azikadaka Boro went ahead and declared the Republic of Niger Delta, and he created his own militant. When Agui Ironsi saw that Azikadaka Boro declared the Republic of Niger Delta, him with the support of Ojukwu moved to stop Azikadaka Boro. They fought the Niger Delta militant for good 12 days. After the battle, the Azikadaka Boro and his men, they lost the battle, and Agui Ironsi arrest Azikadaka Boro, try him for treason, and he was in prison awaiting his execution. When the Northerners, they planned their counter coup. Don't forget, the Igbos, they planned the first coup in Nigeria, and the Northerners, they also carried out the counter coup, and Agui Ironsi was killed while Azikadaka Boro was still in the prison. And then Jakubu Gowon became the head of state. After the counter coup, all the Igbos, they became victims everywhere. They started killing the Igbos, and that was what moved Ojukwu, who helped Agui Ironsi to stop Azikadaka Boro from declaring Niger Delta Republic. Ojukwu, ironically himself, went ahead and declared the Republic of Biafra. Then Azikadaka Boro was still in prison, and Nigeria was thrown into the second civil war. Then, when the Biafra led by Ojukwu and Nigeria led by Gowon went into the civil war, Azikadaka Boro, who was still in prison, wrote letter to Jakubu Gowon telling him that Ojukwu cannot eat his cake and have it. Ojukwu and Agui Ironsi said one Nigeria, and one Nigeria it will be. They stopped him from declaring Niger Delta Republic, and they can never have the Biafra. He pleaded with Gowon to release him from prison because he had an unfinished business with Ojukwu. Then Jakubu Gowon, knowing that Azikadaka Boro felt betrayed by the Igbos, he immediately released Azikadaka Boro from prison and make him a major. Then Azikadaka Boro used his power as a major to enlist all his fellow militants into the Nigeria army, and they fought alongside Nigeria army to defeat the Biafra. If you know the story about the civil war, Azikadaka Boro and his men, they are the one that helped Nigeria army to win the Biafra. Believe it or not, because the Niger Delta militants, they know the land, they know the river, they know everywhere, and with the ability to speak every language, they were the one that carried out those atrocities during the war. They were the one that finished all the Igbos everywhere because they had the grievances. They felt betrayed by the Igbos. The Igbos stopped them from declaring Niger Delta Republic. Why would the Igbos want to have Biafra? Because of Azikadaka Boro, this man fought tirelessly alongside Nigeria army, though he was eventually killed near Okrika, River State, the present-day River State. But that man, he dealt with the Igbos because Ojukwu and Agui Ironsi stopped him from achieving Niger Delta Republic, and that was one of the reasons why Ojukwu also could not achieve Biafra. You said one Nigeria, and one Nigeria it will remain. As a vast historian, I have been sent to give all Nigeria the truth. I'm Mr. Z, and I will be back.
Nigeria no fit unite, so the way we sabotage ourselves, this one is I'm hearing this for the first time. Now I didn't want to do like the deep Nigeria history on here. I'm struggling not to do it. Maybe when I'm doing live streams I'll talk about them. I'm hearing this for the first time, though I've heard about Adaka Boro. In fact, from my part of Nigeria, growing up, there were people I know then bearing Azigboro, like, because back in the days you can name your child after a popular figure that you like, but I didn't know that he did this. I mean, I didn't know this aspect. Every day we learn, and it is safe to say that I don't think we can completely unite as Nigerians because you know, everybody, it's as if we all have revenge in our hearts. So it is important to treat the people around you with love and respect. So don't see other people like being inferior, because the moral of this video is, if he had collaborated, if he had treated Azigboro well when he had the ability to do so, maybe, just maybe, Azigboro, being a Niger Deltan, would have teamed up with the other people. I don't want to mention it because even though you say something with respect, some people, once they hear the truth, their blood pressure goes up. They start to threaten you. So that's why I'm avoiding mentioning their name. I don't know what you think though. This story, confirm it if it's true or not. Let's move to the next video.
To the great people of Ghana, in this moment of national expression, as you raise your voices over matters close to your heart, we Nigerians appeal your conscience. Your heritage of peace and the proud legacy of unity that Ghana has long represented in Africa. Your right to protest is sacred. Your desire to protect your culture is respected. Your passion for your land, histories and values is well understood by all. But in the midst of this, let's not allow emotions cloud humanity.
Aww.
Let's not forget that violence is not strength, peace is. Among you live thousands of Nigerians who have called Ghana homes, not intruders, but neighbors, not enemies, but fellow Africans, traders, teachers, builders, students, mothers and fathers. They are not the problem. They are not the threat. Please do not let your anger spill into hatred. Let no Nigerian be harmed because of misunderstanding. Let no blood be spilled because of his symbol. Let no home be broken because of fear. History will always remember how you protested. Let it also remember that you chose dignity over destruction, peace over panic, and brotherhood over bitterness. As our forebears taught us, when brothers fight, strangers feast. Let not outsiders benefit from our internal divisions. Let Ghana rise, not fall. Let this protest echo maturity, not mayhem. Let your voices be heard, not through violence, but through wisdom, restraint, and strength of character. We pray for peace, we plead for unity, and we believe in you. With love and respect, a voice from Nigeria for Africa.
Oh, so emotional. Wow, well spoken. And you, my audience, were blown away. But hey, bad character, it be like smell. If you buckle them inside bottle, when you open them, it go be like this.
Ah, Ghana, our beloved neighbor with the loudest back and the quickest retreats. For weeks straight, your cyberspace was a volcano of venom. Nigeria must go. We will protest. We will dismantle the Igbo kingdom in Ghana. The hashtag was booming. The bravado intoxicating. Even your local gossip bloggers had a field day feeding the flames. Oh, it was quite the spectacle. But when the D-Day came, what did we see? Silence. Cricket. Not even a vuvuzela whispers. An embarrassing absence of that mighty outrage. Tell us what happened. Did the alarm not ring? Was there a fuel scarcity in your protest engines? Or did common sense sneak in at the last minute and whisper, you are about to make a fool of yourself? Because, truth be told, this Igbo you were so triggered by is not a conqueror or a self-crowned ruler of your land. He is a cultural father figure, a symbolic leader within the Igbo community, like the Yoruba Obas, the Hausa Sarikis, the Indian high priests, and the Chinese trade leaders you quietly accept without questions. But somehow, when it's an Igbo man, you start breathing fire. Let's get real. You weren't protesting a title. You were protesting Nigerian success. You were protesting visibility, growth, resilience, all the things you claim to want, but struggle to stomach when they come in green and white. You must think, watching Nigeria build businesses, organize their communities, dominate the music chart, and yes, even crown leaders in your own backyard. But here is the uncomfortable truth. If you tried half as hard to build your own economy as you did to threaten ours, perhaps you would have fewer reasons to protest in the first place. And let's not pretend that your council protest was some gracious act of maturity. No, it was a damage control. Because even you realized chasing away Nigerians will collapse more than just your ego. It would hit your markets, your revenues, your education sector, and your already stretched hospitality industry. Nigerians are not your burden. We are part of your growth story. But if our presence unsettles you so much, maybe the question you should ask is, why are we doing better in your land than you are? So, Ghana, next time before beating war drums over a community title, remember it's 2025, not 1925. Pan-Africanism wasn't just a quote for textbooks. And Nigeria, we are not your problems. We are your neighbors, your customers, your investors, and yes, sometimes your landlords. So, thank you for cancelling the protest. It was the wisest thing you've done all week. Maybe now we can move from drama to dialogue, from outrage to understanding. Because whether you like it or not, Nigerians are going nowhere. We are here, we are thriving, and we are not living because someone somewhere got triggered by the word easy. Cheers to the protest that never was.
Her people were applauding how they were cool with it, but they will come here now and start trying to intimidate me. You know, say Ogu they exist, and Ogu now go scatter your mouth or your finger when you take type. If this thing that happened here in Ghana did not happen, Nigerians that are well brought up would have been suffering for the sins of Nigerians like this. Now, it's not my fault that the videos I'm seeing are these videos. It's not my fault. It's not my intention to post this type of videos, but you can't see. It is hard for you to see a video of making a point without belittling somebody. I would say this is why it feels like every Nigerian that is nice is pretending because of this. So before the protest, she was appealing. When she heard that the protest was cancelled, she mocks for the same thing she appealed for. Do you understand? Now, without thinking if it is due to the fact that she appealed that the protest got cancelled, she mocks. She didn't think about it. Instead, she mocks, but she didn't know that the protest was going to happen eventually. And another protest is coming. And I, as a Nigerian living in Ghana, I do not know what to expect. But fingers crossed. Now, one would think that, okay, a lot of people were making these videos, taking side with the Igbo king in Ghana. When his dirty secrets comes out, the same people will come out to condemn him. Nobody in sight. No one is doing that. And they will come to my comment section and threaten me. I swear down, if you write anything, I will insult the entire generation of where you come from. So don't try with me. The energy you're supposed to be putting in raising your children, you go use it to go and intimidate other people. What about this girl? Her comment section was mind-blowing. The seed you sow in the lives of others is only a matter of time. And now you go feel them. Let's move into the next video.
Put in energy to secure your identity. Put in energy to secure your tradition. Put in energy to secure your culture. Let me repeat myself. Put in energy to secure your identity, your culture, your tradition, and yourself. This is for the Edo people. Yeah, put in energy. Put in energy. Put in energy. Now, how many of you noticed that ever since we started coming out to talk about our tradition, our culture, our heritage, talk about us, our existence, talk about everything about us, talk about our identity, how many of you noticed that we have encountered a lot of adversity, a lot of mountain? A lot. We have encountered a lot of it. Yes, it is bad enough that the British have done a lot of bad to humanity. You know, I was going through a documentary where I saw that British did not just only attack Africa and just the Benin Kingdom, but they attack a lot of places on earth. A lot. They install the people that they feel they want to install, the people that they know they can control, the people that they know that they can use. And that is the issue we are having in Nigeria. Nigeria was never one. Nigeria was different region with different things happening, and you know. But they came together and placed us in one space, and they think there will be peace. Now lie you. The good thing is just that we are there's a way we are wired in this part of the world where we understand and we intend to trade with love. You know, we intend to coexist and do one or two things. But the truth is, no matter how you try to seal the truth must always prevail. And no matter how you try to take a man's identity, as long as he has offsprings, the truth will always pop up, will always come back. It is history. It will always come out and surface and say, yeah, this is how it was and this is how it is. Because original is original.
The gospel is spreading, dear Nigerians and neighboring Africans. Now, I'm noticing a trend on the internet lately. A lot of Nigerians are going back to check out our history, and it's awakening the spirit of every Nigerian. Now, this bitter truth, I'm going to leave the link to this channel in the first comment of this video. If you are a believer of the gospel of truth, if you can handle truth, if you are a Niger Deltan, if you are a Nigerian, if you know you have the ability and the capacity to handle truth, follow this channel. It is not owned by one person. It is a channel where people give their voices because we need to speak out. You understand? It is about time. Now, Nigerians are realizing that we have no other choice but to come together as one and stand for nothing but the bitter truth. I'll leave their link in the first comment. So subscribe, follow them, and get to hear hard truths. Anyways, this my Edo sister. Onye do Odion wase adesu. Y'all, all the craze for Nigeria, they look for wahala. All the people in Kariam, do you know that is Edo people? Yet they are friendly, respectful until you step on the tiger tail. If you step on the tail, that is when you see wahala. You begin to define ambulance self go tell you say, if na Bini, if na Edo, abeg count me comot. I'm happy to see Nigerians like this waking up, man. I'm happy to see people coming out to speak up, man. It's time because see, if we continue to allow our identity to be hidden and allow people to hide under our identity, to perpetrate nyama and rub it on all of us, we are going to leave nothing for our children to inherit but hatred. And by that time, it must have doubled times 15 of what we are facing now around the world. Our passport will not even allow us get to any country. Even the closest country to us will no longer welcome their borders to us to enter. If we don't come out, if you know you are a Nigerian of good conscience, you mean well for Nigeria, it is time for you to speak and speak nothing but the bitter truth. Let's move to the next one.
So, there is this video of a young Igbo guy who said, if Igbo leave Lagos, it will become desert. Before I debunk this propaganda, I would like you to see the video first.
The most successful people in Lagos are the Igbos. I'm not being tribalistic here. I'm telling you the facts. And if these people, which are the Igbos and the foreign investors in Lagos, decide to leave Lagos, Lagos will be as empty as a deserted environment. I'm not trying to make the Yorubas feel somehow, but the reason why Igbo people are very successful in any part of the world is because of their cultural background that support business. Now, if you come back to the East and say all other foreigners there should leave back to their states, you will see that the Igbo people's standard of business will still remain the same.
One of the propaganda Easterners have been using to justify the failure of their region is by saying if Igbo leave Lagos, it will become empty. Number one, I don't know why they are worried about it. I know the truth hurts, but I will tell you, from 1967 to 1970 in history, during the Biafra Civil War, Igbo people fled Nigeria, particularly Lagos, to their region. And that year was the year Nigeria gross domestic production GDP nosedived to 25.01, the highest in its history. And I will tell you the reason behind it. When Igbo people fled Lagos as a result of the war, importation from China drastically reduced because those who engaged in it left. Local production begins to thrive. So how does this help the GDP of Lagos and Nigeria nosedive? Indigenous people started producing. Don't forget that the western region of Yoruba land used to be a producing region during the First Republic, during the times of Awolowo, Akintola, when we were using the regional system of government. Most of those headquarters like Dunlop, Toyota companies, glass company, even our own local industries like cocoa and textile industry, they were thriving. They started bringing their headquarters to this place. This contributed immensely to the economic development of the western region at that time, because we are developing locally. We don't depend on importation. There was no fake importation of goods from China or Japan. Yes, it was all originality, because importation does not only kill the economy, it kills a country. We have different production companies and factories that produce locally in Yoruba land during that era. Guess what? It was when Agboyi Ironsi destroyed the regional government that the Yoruba land economy began to deteriorate. Igbo people from the eastern region begins to flood Yoruba land, and they begin importation business, which is against the blueprint of Baba Awolowo, Akintola. This importation does not only rival the local productions of our Yoruba people are doing, but it's also kill it, because most of the things they import are fake and showed cheaply. Just as the saying goes, cheap product has a lot of buyers. Without knowing, we are doing ourselves more harm than good. Drive our own product with fake import. Today is still happening. That is the saddest part. Yes, everywhere you see fake drinks, fake liquors, check people behind it. Okay, I want you to see this complete video.
Something happened to me last week. I was having problem with my eyes. Then I went to one chemist in my area. I complained to them. Then they gave me one eye drops. That's my sin. Not knowing that it was fake that they sold for me. It was God that saved me. This thing is very serious. You can see my eyes. And my eyes wasn't like this before. So you have to be careful where you are buying your drugs. These Igbo people are ready to destroy Yoruba land. We have to do something. If you want to buy original drugs, just go to Juni Pharmacy or Bolude. Is it Bolude or Bolade? I think it's Bolade. Please stop buying your drugs from them. Look at my eyes. See how red it is. It was so painful as you are looking at me now. It's so painful. Please be careful out there. Stop patronizing them. Stop patronizing them. This is the fake drugs they sold for me. I'm a victim of fake drugs now. May Olodumare continue to protect us. Look at my eyes. These people are ready to kill. They don't care. All they have is money. All they have is money. Lagos State should do something. This thing is becoming rampant. They are ready to destroy everybody.
This is just one in a million out of the numerous videos like this outside there, coming out to tell us that if you leave Lagos, it will become desert. For real? Lagos was a commercial center before the pre-colonial era. We are going back to history.
Things are happening. Ghana have really exposed a lot of things. To be honest, what happened in Ghana here have really exposed me to so many things that I didn't know. Not like I didn't know, but I didn't know. A lot of people are beginning to speak out. No more fear like they used to live in fear, because if you talk, you end up alone. I was made to believe that as a Nigerian, when you speak up against ill behavior of your fellow Nigerian, a lot of people come for you. I didn't know that there are people out there speaking out. Seriously. Yeah, I don't want to be loved by anybody. According to what my Bible taught me, self-exaltation is a symptom caused by pride. And God, hates pride. Anyways, one more video and we will call this a day.
Finally, the Lagos state government has reportedly renamed the popular Ozumbambadiwe Road on Victoria Island to a Yoruba name, and many Yoruba ethnic jingoists are gambolling in glee. This wasn't the first time. A fortnight ago, Charlie Boy bus stop was suddenly renamed Olamide's bus stop. Several other streets, roads, landmarks in Bariga, Ifelodun local government areas bearing Igbo names were quietly erased and replaced with Yoruba ones. To many observers, these actions are not just routine branding, they are signs of hostility. They are part of a bigger plan, a subtle yet deliberate move to push Igbos out of relevance in Lagos. But what would the Igbos do? Nothing. The Igbo would just smile, adjust their clothes, and continue to buy lands, build houses, invest in their businesses as though nothing happened. An Igbo man could be slapped 5 times, and by the 6th slap, he will still look surprised, asking, why are you slapping me? That's how blindly tolerant the Igbo have become in Nigeria. It is painful to admit, but the Igbo love Nigeria too much, even more than Nigeria loves them. While other ethnic groups are busy protecting their identity, dignity, and interest, the Igbo are busy chasing business, expansion, and survival, often forgetting that survival without respect is dangerous. The last governorship election should have been a wake-up call. Ndị Igbo were openly targeted. There was violence, intimidation, ballot snatching, and even direct threats that Igbos would not be allowed to vote. Many were beaten because they were suspected to be supporting a non-Yoruba candidate. Yet, after all this, have we learned? Have we truly adjusted our strategy? Sadly, it doesn't look like it. The truth is bitter. The hate against Ndị Igbo in Lagos is no longer just whispers in their parlors. It is gathering strength. It is turning into a full-blown hate ethnic campaign with Ndị Igbo's properties, businesses, and investment in Lagos as the main targets. Think of it carefully. Ladipo Market, the heart of auto spart in Nigeria. Computer Village, the ICT hub of West Africa. Alaba International Market, the largest electronics market in Africa. Aspamda Trade Fair Complex, Igbo Merchants Fortress. Do you think all of this will last forever untouched? Plans are already being cooked. One day the shock will come. And when it does, it will be the Igbos who will cry, yet again saying, Shebi, now one Nigeria will be. Because Ndị Igbo must ask themselves hard questions. How do we cushion the Yoruba harassment and aggression? How early do we begin to prepare alternative plans? Or are we foolishly waiting for those who never treated us well to suddenly change their minds? History has shown that hate, when left unchecked, grows into fire. If Ndị Igbo continue to love blindly and invest recklessly without building structures of self-preservation, then tomorrow's tears will be plenty. Nigeria's politics has taught us something. It is not about right or wrong. It is about left or right. In other words, survival is not about who is right. It is about who is wise enough to protect their own. He who has ears, let him hear.
Guys, do you know that if it was to be before now, I would have been feeling so sad for this our sister. I would have been feeling emotional because personally I grew up in Ozumbambadiwe Street, Victoria Island. Prominent family. If I mention them, you're not gonna know them because, man, a prominent Nigerian family. I grew up there. I would have been so emotional if it was to be before now. But now that I'm getting to know Nigeria, I think I support what the Yorubas are doing, and what the East should do is reciprocate. Do you get it? reciprocate, pass like that. If there's anything there are streets named after the Yoruba people. All the East need to do now is to rename these businesses, these streets in the East, rename them to Igbo name. Hard. Reciprocate, give it back. That is if there is any. We as Nigerians, we are going to be fine the day we as Nigerians tell ourselves the truth. If you say that you're hating, it's not going to change anything. This topic, we are on it now, because a time will come when I will be done talking about this and I will move on with my life. But now that we are talking about it, I want to say it as it is. But if you would take your investment out of Lagos and Lagos collapse, is it not a good thing? Because me too, I want to see. Take it away so that Lagos can collapse. Anyways, I don't know what you think about these videos, and I hope you enjoyed them. And then, of course, those that will come and tell me, like as if I raised these people. I didn't give birth to any of these people. Leave your comments down there in the comment section. I will see you in my next one. Bye.